Hello, everyone, and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night, The Monster Within. I am your storyteller, Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice, he, him, and we're going to tell you a vampire story tonight. Uh, so, if you were here last time, you might have saw some drama to end the episode. You know, buildings being exploded, ballets being shut down, uh, and some interpersonal traumas that were being worked out. Um, but we're going to get to all of that tonight as we have um, Crux back with us, who also have to deal with the consequences of their actions because that's what this game's all about, dealing with the consequences of your actions. I also have to deal with the consequences of my actions by having this group of players at the same table as me every week. So, we all have to deal with our own things. Anyway, as a content for content warnings, please hit exclamation VCW in the Twitch chat and you can see what we have. But as always, we have body horror, gore, graphic violence, manipulation and coercion, mature language, mind control, psychological and existential horror, and sexual themes. I know it says in the chat there is a session specific content warning about PvP. That may not happen this episode, but with this group, we never know what's on the table. Um, but we do have to deal with potentially a little bit of familial trauma and fallout from someone's mom being exploded. um I don't know how to put that in a nicer way to make it sound better. So let's just get right into it. Crux was going to be killed. This was not really that much of a question, but it did get brought up to Adonis because certain people are trying to be better versions of themselves now that they're a dad. I don't know how that's working out for them, but they're trying. And they asked, do I need to kill off your coterie mate? Maybe not in that exact quote, but something close to that. And Adonis said, no. Now, the thing to note out of that is, if you were here for the episode where Crux fed off of Adonis, you would know this happened in Adonis's bedroom. Which means someone's always watching. And much like Adonis has mentioned in a previous episode, always assume that a Malkavian is in the room. That does not necessarily mean in person. Or not Malkavian, Nosferatu, excuse me. Correction. But it could happen with Malkavian too. I'm just saying. But tonight we're going to see what Crux has been up to in the time after being kicked out of the house by Delaney for their sake and sake of others potentially. So we open to Crux awakening from their day sleep. Crux, can you give me a rouse check?
Which one's good? I got a cross. Is that good?
That's good. You do not get hungrier. Actually, what is your hunger at now?
It's a 2.
Hunger 2. Excellent. Crux, you awaken, and your small attic that is closed up over the gym that used to be owned by, Jesus, his name is slipping my head now. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Sal, thank you. I was about to say the Italian Bruja. Y'all would have put it together. Every now and then this happens to me as you start to get older and things. Yeah, never mind. We're going to continue on. But you awaken. It's quiet. It's nighttime. and you hear a knocking.
And this is like the immediate next morning, right?
Next evening. You don't do
Evening.
mornings
Oh,
anymore.
you're right. So the immediate next evening, like at most, maybe 24, not even 24 hours, like 8.
Yeah, you were threatened before you got here.
Yeah. I don't think Crux gets up because anyone knocking clearly has enough information to know that he's up here. And there's just what?
This is knocking from outside, like the door to, like, it's just consistent pounding.
What the fuck? Okay, that's enough to make Crux go, what the fuck?
I apologize.
No, you're good. This place is abandoned as fuck. Why would anyone? And I think there is the unlocking, like, of the double lock door, and goes down to the front door, the one of the only doors into this dilapidated place, and opens it. Like, what?
And you see someone in bike shorts and a tank top with a little bag on their side, and they pull out a ladder and they say, "You Crux?"
Yeah, and then I think Crux just like reaches for the envelope,
hands you the envelope.
1 second, and then Crux goes and grabs like $10, $20 probably, and hands it to them and comes back.
They take the money and then they wait. I was told to make sure you opened it and acknowledged it.
You're allowed to tell me who it's from?
I think you'll know once you open it up.
Oh, okay, yeah, funny, smart guy. And then Crux, tears open the thing, looks at it, then looks at this motherfucker, and then looks at it. What does it say?
Meet me as soon as you get up. It says, Sheriff Johnson.
Sheriff Johnson. Is that Ben?
That's Ben.
Ah, shit, bro. And I look at this guy.
It's got an address on there. It's
Yeah.
somewhere along the Pensport Pier.
Gosh, that sour ass look on their face.
You read it? Cool. Have a good day. Night.
Thanks.
Curry hops on their bike. Keeps it moving.
All right. Well, Crux just kind of folds it back up, puts it in the shirt, whatever generic shirt they're wearing. Well, if I was going to die, I'd be dead already. So, what time am I supposed to meet them?
It's as soon as you woke up.
Oh, fuck. Checks what? All right. I get walking.
Cool. So, you're walking this whole way? Great. I love it. You can.
Yeah, I mean,
what's on Crux's mind while they're taking this walk?
I think there are two major things going through his mind. The first of which is how gross they feel having really fucked up Adonis, because they remember the whole thing, how much Sal was screaming in their mind the whole time, just to satiate their hunger. Like, what's even worth it? Maybe I should have. And then they think about how good the bite from Cal felt. And then they feel disgusting again, because, like, why does that feel good? And they're just, it's like a loop of the pain, disgust, and pleasure of this whole ordeal last night.
It also feels stronger. It's nice. This doesn't feel the same as a lot of other bloods that you've had. You feel a little stronger. Feeling a little not like physically stronger, because you're pretty fucking strong already.
Yeah.
You just feel like more well-rounded.
Interesting.
We'll get back to that. Eventually, you arrive at a bar. It's and I wouldn't say bar. It is a beer garden, public, really, uh, and lots of people milling about drinking. It's a nice night outside. The temperature's in the low 80s, so it's not like sweltering. Pretty good night to be near the water. Things going on. You see Ben, Sheriff Johnson, sitting there with a beer in front of him.
I walk up
at a table, chilling.
Yeah, I take a seat. I kind of sit down, very relaxed, but also I think that tinge of disgust is in the everything that they do just a little bit. And you like to drink still, or is that for show?
What do you think? I'm curious what you've learned in the time you've been around.
Well, in the past month, I've tried all manner of things, and each and every bit of it tastes like mush, paste, ash, disgusting. That I can't even imagine that in front of you would be anything other than show. Theater.
So you have learned a little bit. That's good. Real good.
Yeah, I guess I came a long way from being locked in a basement.
You know, that's business.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people say that to people like us.
I mean, if you think that I enjoyed locking you in the basement as just like a kink or something, then that's on you.
You know, damn well, that's not what I mean. But if you don't get it, I don't need to explain it to you. So what's up? I'm assuming I'm not here to play catch or take a dip into the sticks.
No, none of that. Look, I know y'all were doing a job with Anya.
Yeah.
What
And then
happened?
I think there's like a realization on Crux's eyes. We left. Obviously, we went to go. Shit.
Is there something wrong?
No, I should have said something to the Scourge. Last night got real weird. And then I think Crux is trying to think about like something that Cal said, but like it's like a tip, but they don't really get it. There's a cult.
A cult.
Eden.
Pulls out a notebook, starts writing.
Eden. Lilith.
Lilith. Makes face. Writes
Like
that down.
Right. Pain is a way to release the flesh to be good. It's a trial given to us by. Does it ring any bells? They believe Cain.
Just keep going. I got you.
Cain isn't the guy. She's the girl. Sorry. Yeah, and we left.
So you didn't retrieve the package?
No, because there were 6 other package handlers there, and I don't think that I think information was kind of the first thing that I was told to get at minimum.
Cool. So cult?
Yeah.
Did you fight them? Was there like
No, actually, we were actually able to get in, get out with my band members smooth talking.
So, your band member, did you have your whole coterie there?
No, just two of us.
Okay. All right. That matches up with the information. I'm just dotting my I's and crossing my T's.
Sure.
So it's just two of you. You had to back down. Were you threatened?
No, actually. Well, actually, kind of a situational sort of threat, when as much as I love a good fight, I'm not really one that wants to scrap when scrapping might get me.
You didn't want to scrap. Is
Okay,
that
all
what you're
right,
telling me?
okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I did. But I have everyone's not me. Okay, I can't just fly off the fucking handle
I,
even if I want to.
chill. I see. I, I understand the situation. Sometimes you gotta back off and commit violence later.
Can I ask you a question, actually?
You absolutely can ask me a question. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna answer it.
Sure. Name of the game. Uh, what's up with this? Is okay. This is gonna be a thing that you're probably not gonna answer. But what's up with that Fred guy?
The Fred guy.
Hart in the Hamptons. Hartman.
Oh, the Ventru.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently he was part of the Camarilla before I got here.
Oh yeah.
I was not the sheriff before in the previous administration. I got brought over. I was over in Jersey. It wasn't going well over there for certain people, and there's an opportunity for me here.
Sure. Were you Camarilla over there, or is that just
Yeah.
Philly thing?
It was a mutual parting of ways.
All right. So there's more than one. There's one.
Oh yeah, there's Camarilla everywhere.
But not every Camarilla is the same Camarilla.
No. This here, and he just kind of like waves his hands around. Like Philly is very different.
Yeah. So much so that they would let Fred Hampton walk away, alive?
Hartman.
Oh, did I say Hampton?
He did twice.
Seems like a better
It
name.
helps to have the whole names. Names have power.
Sure.
At least that's what my grandma used to tell me.
Grandma seems like a smart woman. And we did do some talking, and I just want to clarify some things. I still don't get a lot of these things.
Yeah, you're a child.
Well, thanks.
No offense, but you are.
So Fred Hampton was that girl's Hartman. Sorry, was that girl's sire, right?
Excuse me?
No, that's not it.
Is that information you found out?
That's what I'm asking. I genuinely am trying to figure the.
How would you have come to that conclusion? Was there something that someone told you, or what? And he's like scribbling notes down.
And that is exactly the point at which Crux realizes they have the upper hand. Yes, no. I mean, she's something like that, right? She's running from something. She goes to a cult.
Huh. All right then.
Don't they have a relationship? Isn't that why you all sent us to go there?
No, we sent you to go there because we're retrieving someone who is part of our group who we thought was kidnapped. Was that not the case?
I'm sorry? You thought she was kid... Anya only told us to just go get her. And we come in and we find out that she's joined a cult?
Oh, fuck. I have a job for you in the future, but I gotta go. Close up the notebook and wraps it back up, sticks it in his pocket. You got a phone?
For the time being, yeah.
Okay. He asks you to give me the number.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Punches in his phone. He's like, all right, well, I mean, try to keep couriers if we're gonna send something to you directly. And this is one of those things that I wanted to talk to you in person about. Thank you for your time. And like I said, be on the lookout for a job. I think, you got a future doing this, what I do potentially one day. As long as you don't, well, fuck up.
And don't you mean as long as I don't get caught fucking up?
You are learning stuff. Pat you on the side and then he's moving. Hops into a car. Skirt! He's got a Mustang,
Oh, everyone does, yeah. And I think Crux kind of sits there at the beer garden, takes Ben's beer that was probably left.
Under the beer is a little note. Everything you said is between me and you. Don't tell anybody else shit.
That's nuts, actually. He turns around, looks at the note, puts it in the pocket. What the fuck have I got myself into? All right. Takes a drink of it.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's ash just in your mouth. It feels dry and terrible.
How is liquid dry?
Like immediately once you put it to your mouth, you're like spitting it back into the cup kind of situation. There's a few people like, no wounded soldiers, bro.
What? Huh? Whatever.
And we're going to transition over to the rest of the coterie. So Dell, Adonis, Cal, I've just been informed of the news that Cal's mom's old apartment got exploded.
Calliope? Why would you do this to me, by the way? As an aside, as a personal note before we begin, why would you do this to me? Proceeding. Calliope is looking at the news article over Delaney's shoulder on her phone. And their face doesn't have color in it, so there's nothing to drain out of their face. But there is something in them that goes totally and completely still. In Calliope, there's a lot of extraneous movement, tilting, rebalancing, very graceful flow, like they're a leaf caught in wind. But they go completely still. Not even the forcible habit of breathing that they do sometimes just for fun. And they look at the news, they look at the building, the pieces not fitting in their brain at first. And then they take 2 steps back, almost fall. Their knee buckles a little bit, and they kind of wobble to the side before they pull themselves back upright. And it's then that movement starts. They reach down for their phone. They pull it out. They go to the contacts, not the recent calls, because it wouldn't be in recent calls. They go to their contacts, and they scroll A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, Mom. They didn't delete the contacts from their phone. So they just press call to their mom's phone.
And it rings. And it rings. It rings. It rings. And it rings. And your mom was a 2-ring max kind of person. Because you don't call that often. So when you do call, she's ready. She's like, hey, I get this rare chance to talk to you. But no. Goes to voicemail.
They call again.
The same thing happens.
They don't start crying until the 8th time they've called their mom, and she hasn't picked up. And at that point, it's blood pouring out of their eyes, if I remember correctly how this works.
Blood tears.
Blood tears down their face, and their hand is shaking so bad that you can hear the wobble of their mom's voice in the voicemail, shaking as they sink down to their knees and call again, crying.
Adonis. Dalani. What are you doing?
I don't know if I know Cal's connection to this building, but I see them just falling apart. And the only thing I can think to do is just try to comfort them. So when they sink to the ground, I will just kind of sink with them. And if they're open to it, like open my arms up for a hug, not like forcefully or anything, but like if they need that shoulder, that is, mine is there for them. I'm very confused, but I kind of like, it's obvious to me that like Cal knew somebody who lived in this building and now they're not answering their phone. Like that's clear regardless of who that person is. And it's not the first time that I've seen like a human side to Cal, but it is the first time that I've seen like this level of hurt in Cal, like this devastation in Cal. Because with Adonis, it's just like all anger, like all like hatred, you know, there is that, but this is different. This is grief. This is devastation. This is like coming to the realization that somebody who was always in your life might not be there anymore. And I do think that Del knows how that feels. So I'll just hold Cal if they're open to it.
They don't pull away from you. They don't flinch. I think they don't even really react. Like they can't see past the phone in their hand and the voicemail in their ear. But if you put a hand on their shoulder, they don't jerk away from you.
It's one of those hugs where like, you know, we as like humans, like it's one of those hugs that's like, it would be very warm and very like soothing and comforting, but like it is missing like that body heat a little bit, but it's still like the feeling of it, I think, is still there. Like, this is how I know how to comfort. And like, you might even get the sense if you were like in the right state of mind, that like maybe like Dell has had to do this for people in the past, or like people have had to do this for Dell in the past, and so she's very like kind of an expert in giving like comforting hugs.
Adonis stands there for a second, and I'm pretty sure they can piece together what happened with the building and everything else, having like cars sent there or sending flowers, etc., and gifts to that apartment, you know, via love bombing, love nuking. And once that kind of clicks, they kind of back away, give a couple steps, and then busy themselves gathering coats, shoes. This means an outing is going to happen. And if not that, they're further enough away that their bane won't influence this tender moment, because who wants a centipede up their leg trying to comfort someone?
You have something.
I can keep going, but if something happens, but it'll take time.
It
Callie's-
takes time for something to happen.
Okay.
So you'll sit here for a while. There's eventually a call to Adonis's phone, actually. Adonis, you get a call from Razor.
Hello?
Are you with your coterie?
Yes, I am.
I have been made aware of a certain situation in which one of your coterie mates may still be close to.
Yes, I'm aware.
I have people who are investigating. I make no promises of anything being done about the situation. This could be simply a matter between humans. But if not, I will get to the bottom of it.
Thank you.
And then the phone just hangs up.
And they just put it in the nearest pocket, kind of peer from the corner back into the room.
I think by this point, the phone has gone from like here to like here. And then it just kind of sinks down into Calliope's lap. And before the screen goes black, Delaney, you can see who Calliope has called 53 times. A contact that says mom. And there's a photo of Calliope and their mom in the contact photo. It's looks like when Calliope maybe graduated college. So from a good number of years ago. But they're both smiling.
I don't say anything about it. I do think that like if they'll allow me to, I will take the phone out of their hand, because obviously this isn't healthy. So, and like just maybe like want to get that sort of hyperfixation away from them for a bit. But I
think
I don't say anything.
There's a little bit of resistance. And then they kind of pull the phone back up like they've suddenly like woken back up. And you see them going somewhere else in their phone. They go to their text messages. One of the most recent texts that they've sent to Dr. Vivian Gray. And underneath, "Thank you, I'm sorry," they write, with their fingers shaking, they write, "Why didn't you tell me that this was going to drive me insane?" And they send the text. And then they put their phone back down. They kind of let it fall out of their hands into yours. and then they stand up. And they kind of wobble, and the tears aren't coming anymore.
I think I'm still on the floor. Like I feel like they stood up suddenly, and I just say like, "What can I do for you?"
I don't know yet.
Okay. You don't have to know. But the only thing you need to know right now is that I'm here for you. Okay? I'm sorry you're going through this.
No. I'm not going through this. I think someone did this to me.
What do you mean?
And Cal moves over to all the cards on the table. And they snatch, and they're moving kind of fast now. Now there's movement. They were still for like maybe an hour crying basically nonstop. Now they're kind of moving. And they snatch one of the papers off the table, one of the note cards. And Adonis, do you have a gas stove or an electric stove?
Adonis cooks? I'm kidding. It's electric.
Adonis doesn't know. There's just a stove in there. I don't fucking know. He gets like a fucking chef's kitchen in this goddamn apartment. Doesn't know what kind of fucking stove it is.
Decked. Another shit gets used, but it's decked.
Cal is maybe the only one who knows what the hell is in that kitchen. And they wrench open one of the drawers, and they're gonna pull out a lighter. And they're gonna hold the paper up, and they're gonna flick it on. And they're going to spend every ounce of fucking willpower to keep it on and burn the paper that has Fred Hartman's name on it.
Yeah, you got to burn some willpower to hold fire.
Ready and willing.
So you just want to burn this page with Hartman on it. All right, first roll me your resolve and composure. Take the first roll and see how you do just with dealing with fire.
Excellent. This is a stretch, but it's my favorite thing to do is to stretch in games. Sure. I have tempered will. Is it possible to add 2 dice to a resistance pool against my inclination to... It's a stretch.
Temperate will specifically does what now?
When someone's trying to dominate or use presence against me.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, fair.
A good shot. I appreciate you thinking outside of the box with that one.
I appreciate it. Hot damn. 3 successes of 4 dice.
Exactly the number I was looking for. So with trembling hands, you are able to hold this fire. And the rest of your coterie mates are giving you a look of the what the fuck is wrong with you sort of thing, because fire. If you continue to hold it while it burns, I'm not going to make you make frenzy checks again. What I will say is if you let this burn all the way, you have to burn 2 willpower to do it before you lose your shit and have to drop it.
Huh? Let's play. I think they can't let it. They're fighting and feeding every strange, fucked up, non-human human impulse in their body right now, and they feel so much of it. They feel all of it. There's nothing about them that's shut down, even though they're so shut down. And I'm going to burn both willpower until they finally, it like gets to the end near their fingers and they drop
and
it.
your beast is screaming at you at this point. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And the fire gets closer and closer. You can feel the heat on your hands against your coldness. And it's not like a human warmth that you have to feel against this. It actually feels hotter because you're so fucking cold. And it's getting closer and closer. Delaney and Adonis, as you see this, and your baser instincts are like, absolutely stay the fuck away. What are you doing, thinking, saying?
Let Adonis go first.
Adonis is being polite. They are understanding in this grief, even though eternally, fucking Malkavians, fucking Malkavians, fucking Malkavians, just over and over again, like trying to, watching the flames, but their own beast is kind of like, it's a moment of frustration.
Beast is like, time to leave, time to leave.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
It's my house, but this person lost their shit.
This bitch
It's their
about to
house
die.
now.
This bitch about to die. I think Dell's beast is the same way. Like, you need to fucking, like, seeing the fire. It's like that instinct of like, you need to run right now because you're gonna die. But she herself has always been willful. So she forces herself to stay, knowing that, like, in this moment, Cal needs people to be around them, for one. And two, I think at this point, like, rising up to her feet and, like, maybe kind of, like, hesitantly trying to move closer to Cal to, like, make them put the fire down. Because, bitch, what the fuck? Please stop. There's other people in this house right now. Like, you need to stop. Like, we all have papers. We are all made of paper, and we're gonna burn up. Like, stop it.
When Cal finally relinquishes the paper and it falls down onto the ground, they watch it for a few more seconds before I think their body moves and they stomp it out. Stomp it out. Stomp it out with the shoe.
There's, like, a panic, and, like, it's weird to have a panic attack when you don't have to breathe and you don't have, like, a heart to palpitate rapidly, but, like, there's still a lot of, you know, you still have, like, sort of the tics that come with panic attacks, like picking at your skin, like self-soothing, and I think Dell's doing a lot of that right now, just sort of like, you see her sort of picking at, like, her nails, like the skin around her nails, and, like, almost like it was a habit that maybe she broke, but now it's come back because of the stress, and she doesn't even seem to be aware of it herself.
Cal, as you put out the flame and Fred Hartman's face disappears from this. It's a little bit of memory of his face looking at you and him kind of drunk saying, I'm gonna fucking ruin your life. You gonna kill me? I'm gonna make your life miserable. Just watch.
It's playing like a movie inside Cal's brain. They can see it, they can see him, not the rest of the bar, but him almost leaning toward the walls, back and forth a little, in the frame of the hallway, but the hallway's not there, on a stage with a spotlight on him. I'm gonna ruin your life. Just you wait. And that, Cal, child can feel themselves in the wings, in something. Something is it a premonition? Is it an idea that they are making manifest in their mind? They don't really know. They're not old enough, not experienced enough to know the difference at this point. So they just hold it there. They hold the image of his face burning up on the floor of Adonis's apartment. And their brain starts spinning. It starts moving. They look up. Their eyes finally actually find Adonis. Who called you?
Oh, Razor. About the situation.
He knows.
Of course he knows. He knows everything.
He knows everything. I want to talk to him.
If I do, you have to promise me, and I know this is a tough ask given the situation, but you're going to have to dial it back a couple notches.
Fine.
And reluctantly, they punch in the number and slide this brick-ass phone to Adonis. Not to Adonis, to Cal. They just give it back to themselves. They just swallow it. Game over. I'm gonna walk into a lake. No, but they give the phone to Cal.
And as soon as he answers, he goes, "What is it? I just talked to you."
I would like to speak with you, Razor.
There's a moment where Razor pauses. And he goes, "About what?"
About who did this. I need a favor. Considering I saved your life, I would like to ask that you at least speak with me.
I understand that you are dealing with grief. And I have been there before. And it has been quite a while. But your body remembers, even if your mind does not. We can speak. As it stands, your sire wishes to speak with you. I have just informed her of the situation.
I know who did it.
How?
I remember. He told me he was going to.
Who told you? Actually, no. We will not do this over the phone. We should meet in person.
Where?
Gather your coterie. All of them.
Where do we meet?
He's like, Meet me at the Benjamin Franklin Bridge.
Thank you for your time. And Calliope clicks the line off. We're meeting him at the bridge.
Okay. Which bridge?
Ben's Bridge? Crux needs to be there too.
Oh, great. Someone should get Crux. Not me, of course.
I can go. I don't mind. And I turned to Cal and just asked, "Are you gonna be okay while I'm gone?"
And Cal just kind of slowly nods, like they're in a dream. But they are like focused somewhere like
Mm-hmm.
4 hours in the future,
Yeah.
right? Like, and also like way in the past, very clearly, not well.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of nod. But then like they look at you for a second, and something like almost focuses in their face. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. You don't need to thank me.
I have a question, storyteller.
I potentially have an answer.
Mechanically,
Uh-huh.
what happens to a kindred who loses one of their touchstones?
I'm so glad you asked that, because I was getting there before we transitioned to this next scene.
Mm.
So, you get 3
Messy.
stains on your humanity. You also lose the touchstone and the related conviction, which, if I could remember correctly, your conviction for your mother was loyalty is everything.
Yep. Sure was.
Gone. We'll resolve
Okay.
the stains later, but right
Great.
now, the big one is that conviction doesn't matter. Who the fuck do you need to be loyal to right now? You need revenge.
Yes, I do.
I have a follow-up question. How does the loss of
Yes.
that conviction play into a blood bond?
It does not actually play into a blood bond at all.
Okay.
And so you could be bloodbound and be loyal to someone, but it's different because you're not creating loyalty. Loyalty has basically been forced upon you.
Horrifying.
Does that answer
I don't
the
even know what
questions?
stains mean yet. Yeah, I'm excited to get into it. When it comes, it will come.
Stains basically mean that something has eroded your humanity to an extent. That closeness you had to being human has gone away some.
Mm.
You eventually, you can roll what's called a remorse roll to kind of wipe some of those stains away, depending on how you deal with your remorse or how much success you've had with your rolls for that remorse.
Excellent.
Spoiler
So I
alert.
think your
They are
humanity
not
was
going to deal with it. Not going to deal with it. Spoiler alert.
What do you mean? I'm making plans. We're dealing with it right here and now.
a 7.
I meant
probably,
in a healthy
I
way.
think. Or no, you are a blood leech, so your humanity is at a 6, which means that half of your humanity track is filled with stains right now.
Oops.
So we'll get to that later. But
Excellent.
that makes your roll harder.
Good.
And should you fail, then your humanity will drop by 1.
Cool. Excellent. Most excellent, even.
If I could remember all of these correctly, I may have to correct myself over time, but I think that's the situation.
Yeah, I'm running to the core book. Don't worry.
Yeah, just ask Vin if you're having questions. They got cards and shit. Like.
So Um, there is consequences to the things that have happened. But the Benjamin Franklin Bridge actually has like a little park right at the end of it underneath. You can sit and be near the water there. So that is where you'd imagine that you're going to meet, unless you are planning to walk the bridge to Jersey, which I doubt. So, Dell, you're going to retrieve Crux. How are you going about this?
I will probably just call a car. And well, first I'll text Crux and be like, where are you right now? And like I'll like basically like send like house meeting, like we need to talk, like this is something happened, we all need to meet up right now. This has nothing to do with like last night. Something happened.
Are you telling Crux where you're going to meet?
I want to go to him and get him.
Because I will say that where Crux is right now is actually not that far away from the bridge.
Okay. But I don't know that. So I'm like, where are you right now? We all need to meet up. Something happened.
I think Crux gets this text message, and I think Crux isn't that far from the beer garden. I do think that, like, I don't know, I don't remember what part of Philly you said it was in, but I probably less the center city since you said it was by the bridge. I think Crux is just walking around city blocks, like probably like down a street, up a street, down the street, in the same direction, up a street, and sees this message, really thinks about not responding, and then texts back, I'm out walking. Where do I need to be?
Ben Franklin Bridge right now. We're on our way.
I'm 15 away. I'll be there.
Okay. Let us know where you are when you're there so we can meet up with you.
Thumbs up emoji.
You have a burner phone. You got no thumbs up.
Oh, fuck! Thumbs up.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. Literally
Asterisk, asterisk, thumbs up, asterisk.
No, literally.
Okay. So, takes a little bit. Probably all in all, still about 45-ish minutes for all of y'all to gather there. Crux, you get there first. And you don't, there's not really, there's some people hanging out over here, but it's not really like a hangout spot in the middle of a nice summer night. Like, some people go over here and walk their dogs or whatever, but it's like people passing by. There's some benches. Take a seat.